ادعمونا بلايك للفيديو واشتراك بالقناة، فهذا يدعمنا كثيرا.
And it comes immediately to Ben Chilwell, and then it's Dewsbury Hall, and he can't guide his head.
From the kick-off, Chilwell, let's see what he can produce in the attacking sense.
He's dinked it in, looking for the run of Badiashile. Tried a difficult finish, and he goes on the outside of Eccleston. And the header down comes to Dewsbury Hall, and it's a super save by Paul Farman. It was creepy inside that far post. To play, if they try and clear it with early. To his countryman this time, and he gets it into the penalty. Ben Jackson again crosses it with his right. Moment so far for the League Two side. It is Keane Spence, and he Garner in, and then Spence likewise. Cassidy is done by Badiashile. And gone to the area this time from Joe. Up goes the header. It's Dizazi round the back. And it falls. He knows that Mudryk can motor. Get it under control, and it goes again from Mudryk, and the penalty area, a little bit of skill takes him away from one, but they work it back again to Pedro Neto. Dewsbury Hall lifts it back to the back post, whipped in around the backing away. Chilwell goes on the overlap, and he wins the chip here by they go for the big switch. That's the end of the move. Over the top, and Keane Spence is onside, but then tracked down and foul just outside of the penalty area. Hits go up, it comes to Cassidy. Decent strike, although Chelsea. Mudryk checks back, delivers it. Opportunity to get some. I don't think it's a good delivery. So Spence again, breakaway. Tienza working really hard, and he's goes into the penalty area. Kuyate.
And the side foot is the finish. You have to concentrate.
There's the step over. And look at the burners go on from Mudryk, but then it breaks down with a heavy touch, and they're opened up. Oh, and it's slotted wide by George. What an opportunity. Really only just on. His first significant. Goalkeeper takes a chance. He takes a gamble, and it is a hat-trick for Christopher Nkunku. And a moment to forget for Paul Farman, who decided to play from the back, but he didn't decide what he was going to do with the ball. He was dispossessed, and then he was punished, and Chelsea have 5.
Brilliant from Nkunku. I think he just read Farman's intentions there. He was so sharp. Able to nick the ball, and then he had a multitude of options. Plenty of players in support. Just rolled back to him by Campbell. He just doesn't expect that intensity to come from Chelsea's main man. He does brilliantly. I just felt that Nkunku was going to set a teammate here, and he takes it so...
Mudryk is urged to shoot. Good power in that one, just over the top though.
2 good efforts. I mean, Tyree
into the penalty area to make... Kuyate.
Telford, one towards the ball, one behind.
Chukwuemeka tries to release Skew. Over a challenge, he's taking on the 2 teenagers, and a little through ball, some shirt tucking going on there, surely. Well, that would be more contentious, wouldn't it, if it wasn't 5-0. Again, Jackson showing us his versatility. There's Nkunku onto Mudryk, and he squares it for Neto, and just 2 minutes into the second half, Chelsea extend their advantage. A tactical rejig from Enzo Maresca. But there is no respite from the hit. Hard again, right at the start of the second half.
Just cutting through them so easily. And every pass is immaculate here, really, when they had the space to to break and mount an attack initially, and the ball gets won in the midfield by Nkunku, just feeds it into Mudryk, and that's good decision making from the winger, just putting it on the plate for Neto.
Born but a Denmark youth inside the full-back. Slight heavy touch there that has allowed Malo Gusto to come in, but it's immediately Rory Feely. Didn't go that fairly close to the halfway line. It was definitely a red card. Had to play to get into the
UEFA Premier League club, stopped up the defence.
And again, it's forward, but the flag stops his progress. And he left Benfica. Here's an Dewsbury Hall releases Mudryk.
The deepest one of that back five.
Penalty area, way by Aqua. And those cheers are from the just 2,600. Neto and Gusto puts it into the penalty.
The shape that they've gone with looked
very high again.
The layoff.
Just to smuggle it wide. So that's why they're missing out, of course. The likes of Paddy Shield not getting minutes. Lovely touch again by Nkunku, and just Mudryk will step over, and he dinks his cross to the back in that European game. Jackson.
Starters against West Ham, so you've got Sunday, you've got Monday. These players would have not.
Now as an orthodox full-back, he crosses into the penalty area, and what a finish that is. It's Nkunku again. They're proving to be too good for back. Nkunku with a delightful little flick as the ball went between his legs. He just diverted it past the goalkeeper and into the back for the second time inside the first 15 minutes.
Just not had an opportunity to get going, Barrow, to get on the ball and get a little bit of confidence. And having a few passes, it's worked down the right-hand side, and Gusto, his importance continues to grow in the Chelsea shirt. It's a brilliant ball in. I'm not sure, does that come off Nkunku, or possibly is it hit? The fine Chelsea players come wrong.
Newby in that wide position. Terrific for good experience. 46.
As a manager, possibly even when he was...
Spence, who got back, given that Mudryk is lightning. Set-piece specialist. Casadei, touch around the corner. Dewsbury Hall. Pedro Neto fizzes it into the moment. Mudryk is away from the challenge here and into the penalty area. Just try and go on the cross, and he throws it towards Ghana. Shield wins another header. Dinked back in. Aqua comes to the edge of his 6-yard box. But he's won back for Chelsea by a beautiful little dink ball forward. What a goal! Put in by Nkunku, but made by the genius of the assist. What a ball it was! And whatever plan played with, it was undone then by the genius. A little scooped ball over the top, and Nkunku had the calm, had the class, and Chelsea had the lead.
Just a wonderful goal, brilliant in the approach play from those two. Should develop a wonderful understanding, both equally as gifted.